Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you all doing today? Oh, that was like kind of weak. How are y'all doing today? Y'all are like, okay, I mean, y'all had us in here like 20 minutes. Oh, thank you guys so much for your patience. Like I said, we were having some trouble with the live stream, but we were able to get it up. So thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for being here with us today. You are at Scholars for Justice, a legislative theater experience where a student-created play will be the vehicle for social change. Marion and I didn't even introduce myself. Sorry, y'all. I'm Crystal LeRae Brister. I'm the artist and project director for the program, and I'm partnering with Breakthrough Birmingham. This is Marion Michelle, who is the executive director.
Hi, y'all. Thank you for coming out on this. First of all, do you see the windows back there? How beautiful this weather is out here. It's a gorgeous day, and thank you for being here with us today. A couple of years ago, Crystal and I sort of tried to figure out how to make something like this come to life. And obviously the pandemic hit and got in the way, and so it sort of took us off track. But just last year, we were awarded a small grant to help support this particular club, which is the Scholars for Justice Club that we have with Breakthrough Birmingham, which Crystal facilitates on a weekly basis has been doing this for the last 2 semesters since fall of last year. So what we're about to see is the end result of that, and you all will be a part of that process. And we cannot wait to sort of see this come to life, because the idea of our kids learning to advocate for themselves about not only the things that are happening in their lives on a day-to-day basis, but potentially how it can help other students and other community members is something that's really near and dear to our hearts. So thank you for being a part of this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Marion. And this program is funded in part by a grant from South Arts in partnership with the National Endowment for the Arts and the Alabama State Council on the Arts. Every time. Y'all noticed on all our posts, yes. So lovely. I just want to acknowledge, I see Ms. Neonta Williams here, that is on the the school board, Birmingham School Board member. Are there any other local officials or educators from school in the room? Yes, sir? What school are you with? What's your name?
I'm Marvin Full. I'm the Music and Fine Arts Department here at Blue Shield Space Academy.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Welcome. Any other teachers? Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. Go ahead, Ms. Beasley. Lovely. I'm sure our lovely Ivory Academy student in the background is just so excited that you all are here. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Okay, lovely. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to introduce you to our panel. Marion Michelle, right here, who will be on our policy panel. I'll explain that in a little bit. As I said, she's the executive director of Breakthrough Birmingham and also has a background in education. We have, as a teacher in the classroom and other facets, we have Dr. Christy Atkinson, who is currently, forgive me, Christy,
the executive director of the Mechanical Craft Training Institute.
Yes. And Christy also brings a wealth of knowledge from working with special education to working on the board level and just a lot of things in between. And we also have Danny Brister, who is in the back, not in his seat. If you turn around and look right there down the middle. He currently serves as the executive director of Elevate Birmingham and served in municipal government, specifically at the Birmingham Division of Youth Services for a long time, about 10 years, a long time. Cool. So, yes, we can give them applause. Thank you. So I will tell you a little bit about the process as we go along. I feel like it's a little bit different, so we won't bombard you with it all at once. But this body of work, legislative theater, as clever as it sounds, I'm brilliant, but not that brilliant. This is not me. I did not create that. A man by the name of Augusto Boal created a body of work. He was a chancellor in Rio de Janeiro, and he used this work to get laws changed and a lot of other things in between. So yes, with that being said, is everyone in place in the back? Lovely, at least 2 of them are. I'm assuming the rest of them are in place as well. Welcome to Scholars for Justice, a legislative theater event, and we are presenting to you the unequal side of things. Scene 1. The bathroom.
So what are y'all doing after school today?
What? Why is the door open?
No.
I'll close it. But anyways, what? Have y'all heard of the shopping mall down the street?
Yeah, that's why I'm going to I heard they have some vintage clothes.
Why is this door closed?
Excuse me?
Why is this door closed? Can y'all come out? Can y'all tell me why this door's closed?
First of all, why you open the door? You're a grown man opening the girl's restroom's door. Answer my question, please.
First of all, how dare you talk to me that way? I have authority here. I am the principal, and I do what I say is what goes.
We could have been fixing ourselves up and you sitting here open the door. Like you could have knocked. You could have did something to let us know that you was coming.
That's not the problem. The problem is that you had this door closed. Now go back to your class.
Scene 2. The hallway.
What's up?
What y'all doing? Hey, y'all stop hustling. What pep rally? Whoa! Faith, what you got on?
That's against school policy. You gotta go change. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you. You be showing too much skin. Yeah, but it's different because he's a boy and you're a girl, and that's way too much. Okay, but I didn't ask you how you saw it. I asked you to go change. Okay, well, what we can do, we can go to the office and you can call your mom. Oh, okay. What are y'all waiting for? I know you heard the bell ring. Bye. Woo! Scene 3. Registration.
So what you going?
What about you?
Probably track.
Yeah, it's basketball season. I'm
What's up,
excited.
Hey, what up, Trey? How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good, just chilling.
How about your family?
Oh, we good. Gotta pay the bills.
Oh, you seen the basketball game?
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls won again.
But what about sports?
Oh yeah, we got basketball, soccer, hockey, air hockey, golf. We got boys volleyball. We got Newcomb. We got track. We got about everything. Water polo.
Oh, what if, can I get play football, basketball, and maybe track?
All right. Have a nice day, Trey.
And the chimes?
And okay. Trials at 6:30.
Thank you.
Hey.
Can I try for basketball?
We don't have basketball for girls. We got dance, cheerleading, and volleyball.
Well, can you put me on the boys' team?
Well, I know it's not fair that we don't have a girls' basketball team, but I just can't do that. The school won't let me put you on the boys' team.
Well, I'm not good at dancing. I'm not good at volleyball. Okay, I just won't try for anything.
Okay, I'm sorry again.
Yeah, it's all right.
You go ahead and do that. Oh, thought I was loud enough. You go ahead and do that and participate as well. We want you to be able to be engaged. And thank you all for being good audience participants. I didn't even give y'all any instructions and y'all were already in. So, I have a couple of questions for you all. I'm wondering a couple of things. So we had a couple of different scenes with different characters. So I have some questions for you, and y'all don't be shy because it being interactive was all over the Facebook page in the post. So don't say you didn't know. My question for you, first question for you is, what did the main characters need in the play? And tell us which scene, when I come up to you when you raise your hand or I tell you, tell us your name, how you identify today, whether that's a student, a community member, a parent, a school-affiliated person, maybe school person, we'll go with that. But yes, and then answer that question. What did the main characters need in the play? Oh, Miss Beasley, you look like, yes, Miss Beasley.
I'm Gigi Beasley.
And you're identify as a school participant? You're involved
I do. I am involved in education by way of after-school care.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Ms. Beasley.
Thank you, likewise.
What problems did you see the characters facing in the play?
Well, actually, what I noticed with I3 being a new school, we have some of the same issues I've noticed because I do have after-school care, and those arts are what we provide for after-school care students along with academic enrichment. And I've had several little boys say, Ms. Beasley, why can't we do the dance? And that's my response to them, and I felt kind of bad was because, well, they only have it for the girls. And now I can go back and advocate for my boys. So I did see that. That kind of touched me, and I felt a personal responsibility to go back and bring that to our school.
Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Beasley. We did not pay her to say that. I know I called her first. We did not pay her to say that. Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Beasley. It's interesting that you say that. That's something that came up in our groups too, what those things look like reversed. So in regards to our play in particular, what did you see as a problem? And I feel like you kind of said it, but how would you name that? If you identified that, this is loud. If you identified that, how would you identify the problem that you saw, even with what you just said in this particular play?
Just gender bias.
Gender bias. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Who is next? What did the main characters need in this play? And again, we have our young woman in the first scene. Go ahead.
I'll speak specifically about the first scene. I saw a couple of problems. The first issue was that the students experienced a lack of privacy and to a certain degree a lack of respect from their administrator. And on the other hand, the administrator received a lack of respect from those students.
Okay. Thank you. So they needed respect and they needed privacy. Okay. Who else? What did the characters need from what you observed? And again, thinking about particularly our main characters, we had Caitlin in the beginning, and Faith and Molly. Here you go. You're welcome. No, you're fine. Here you go, ma'am. Go ahead. What did you see that the... It was me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I saw discrimination. So it was discrimination, and the kids accepted what was happening. So it was the norm for them, even though they knew that it was unfair. Okay. And they didn't have any advocates. Everybody just what the men said or the teachers said, that went. That was the final answer. So they need an advocate as well.
Thank you for sharing that. And would you say that that was your sentiment kind of throughout, or was it a particular scene that you felt that way about?
Really throughout, but just in particular where the young man had on a wife beater and the young lady had a wife beater on too. So, you know, that it was okay for him, but she had to go to the office because that's not what girls do.
Thank you for sharing that. What else? Oh, yes, and let me come to the student section. Excuse me, I see some students over here. She's like, ooh, don't call on me. I may come back. You smiled. You looked a little bit more friendly, so I may come to you. What's your name?
Samari.
Samari, what about you? Guess I can't talk and have the microphone in front of you at the same time. What problems did you see the characters facing? What did you see them need in the play?
Feminism, whatever how you say it, yeah. That because the boy had the tank top on, but the girl couldn't have for them.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. I'm coming back for you, friend with the orange hair. Purple hair, now I can't tell my colors. Who else? Any other problems that we can identify in the play or any other needs that we saw that the characters needed?
So I I agree with everything that everyone else said, but I also saw frustration in the coach as he was walking away, shaking his head. Because someone mentioned culture, this happens, this could be the culture of the school, but obviously this adult knows that it's not right, right? So the assumption, rather, I could say the assumption was that he was shaking his head because this isn't right, and I know this isn't right, but it could be a shaking of the head because why is this even a question?
Thank you for sharing that. So if you sum that up in a need that he had, I know you said he felt frustrated and that was the problem, maybe that he was stuck from what you said. What would you say that he needed in that moment or in that space?
Someone to talk to, someone to be able to share with, I guess a thought partner, a frustration partner at that time. I think everybody needs that in every situation. Even when you look at the things that go right or well, you also have to look at those things that can be challenging. So just having a place where you can talk about those things, whether it's the end of the day, the end of the week, or end of the month.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so yes, always, and I see another hand. Look at you, you came out your shell, you helped her. Good job, friend.
Well, I tried to keep quiet, but I'm a retired educator, and I can relate to the children. I don't want to hear it. Just go back wherever you came from. I've been guilty of that. Don't tell me anything. Go now. I didn't give them a chance, and that's what I saw. We don't give children the opportunity to really explain themselves because we know they're not supposed to be there, and I need them back where they are. Anything could happen, so I was guilty of that.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being vulnerable to share that with us. I'm curious, why do you think, and I know you said that's not specific to you, why do you think that is? I know you said we collectively. Why do you think that is, or what are some of the things that contribute to that not giving them the opportunity to share?
Share their feelings with the man? Well, he was short with them. So if you're not going to give me an opportunity to explain myself, you just want me to go back where I came from or sign a disciplinary form, but you're going to tell my parent that I was doing something bad when really you wouldn't let me explain it. So we have to be advocates for our kids as well as authoritarian figures for them because they're watching us. So if we act like we know it all and because I said, they don't want to hear that. They want to know that you understand where they're coming from, that you have a compassionate heart. Even though you in authority, you still have compassion for me. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I saw one hand. Oh, yes. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come to Ms. Harper and then, yes.
She just brought out a very good point to me, the educator up front, where she talked about culture. And I saw, I guess, a lack of training and personal development in the administrators because inclusiveness and diversity is a big piece and we miss a lot. And most people are just not trained in that way and how to handle situations like that.
Thank you for sharing that. And we'll go to Katie. She's over here in the corner. Press the power button.
Hello. We have Miss Gigi Beasley from our Facebook live stream, and she said that she felt like there was no advocate for the students' privacy. So thank you, Miss Beasley, for tuning in and keep them coming.
Thank you for that, Miss Beasley. That's what I'm talking about. In person, on the live stream, just everywhere. Hashtag Stop Us for Justice. Okay, Miss Beasley, I see you. I'm here for it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so I want to get you guys warmed up, just like actors warm up, spec actors warm up, and yes, some of you will be acting today. So if everybody will go ahead and stand up for me. So everybody on your feet, if you are not able, that is fine. Yes, I know my friend with the crutches in the back, it's okay. Yes, do what you need to do. We do not have to have you up. Okay, so I want everybody to go ahead and take your right hand, cool. And I just want you to make a circle. So real simple, just make a circle. Now I'm watching for audience participation. Now do you like I do my kids who like, oh, you want a solo? Okay, I'm here for that too. Alrighty, and go ahead and let that go. Then go ahead and make a cross with your left hand, or a T, however you wanna. Your left hand, Okay, now go back to your right hand and make that circle. And then go ahead and maybe you have a little small circle. Maybe that's where you are at. Maybe you have a huge circle, however you want your circle to be. Have it be to your circle delight. Hello, Counselor Woods. Thank you for joining us today. Go ahead and make your circle with your right arm, and then at the same time, take your left arm and make your T. Let's see if you can do it at the same time. Oh, lovely. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was lovely. Don't sit down yet. I saw some of y'all like, whew, that was hard. Not yet, not yet. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out a couple of words from what it is that you all said that you observed in the play, and I want you to strike an image, so like a frozen pose, so real simple. So somebody give me a word. Miss Tish.
What word?
A word, any word, just throw it. It doesn't have to be from the play, any word.
Scholars.
Scholars. So maybe scholars for me is, for the scholars that I know. So everybody's scholars may be different, but I'm gonna give you a word, I'll count you down, and you'll just hold it, and then you'll kind of take a look around and see what everybody has, okay? Simple enough? Cool. So I heard support. So what does support look like for you? And don't overthink it, just kind of, yeah, whatever you think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hold that. And everybody take a look around, still in your position. I thought that was interesting in the back right there. Take a look around to see what people are doing. Cool, you can let that go away. holding them up, aren't you? I heard a need for an advocate. Need for an advocate. Again, don't overthink it. Need for an advocate. What comes to mind? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and take a look around. Look at the folks that are next to you. Go ahead and let that fall away. I heard gender bias. I heard gender bias. What does that look like? What does that bring up in your body for you? What's your image for that? Gender bias. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hold and take a look around. And let that fall away. I want to know, hold on, I need to get in on the action over here. Y'all cracking up. I want to, what's happening? Somebody talk to me. Who? What? Oh, really? Y'all gonna have me go out and stop the show to come and ask y'all, y'all not even gonna share? Thought we was family, please do.
Okay, the gestures were not camera worthy, but they kind of represented a blindness to gender. So it was a covering of the eyes and a covering of...
Okay. Let's give y'all a countdown. We want to see. I think it is. We probably got it on camera anyway. We're going to count y'all down. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's clap it up. Let's give them some encouragement. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and hold that for us. Lovely, lovely. And actually, y'all come on up. Come on up to the front because they didn't see you. Everybody couldn't see you. Just the live stream in the camera. Come on up here for us. Thank you, we appreciate it. Let's show them some love. It's hard to come up here. Some of y'all may be next. Go ahead and show them some love. All righty, just face them. I already saw. Go ahead and face them. They didn't see you that time. Well, yeah, I'm gonna count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, let's give them a round of applause. Lovely, lovely, thank y'all. So I'm wondering, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. So I'm wondering, back to our play and what it is that people shared, are these things, by a show of hands, have you ever experienced anything like this from what you saw by a show of hands? Okay, so some people I see, absolutely, okay. So this is a problem, it seems like that's real, and I know there are several different problems. Gary, can we turn this down a little bit, please? Thank you. So this is a problem that's real for many of us. You think it's me? I tried to go without it, but he gave it to me. He said I wasn't loud enough. That's what I thought, but that's okay, I'll keep it. This is good, thank you. It was just, I'm like, ooh, I'm tired of hearing me. We got a little time to be together to be doing that. Anyway, I digress. So I'm going to give you a moment, and I want you to pause, and you can work in groups. These clipboards will come in handy. I know I didn't give you guys all the details, but I want you to think about a question on your own before we kind of discuss and chime in a larger group. So I'm gonna read you what I have. If you were in the protagonist's shoes from either of our scenes, I know I'm taking y'all back to English class, just the main person that the scene is about. Like, don't oh, protagonist, now we got homework, she made us act. No, just the main person that the scene was about. If you were in the protagonist's shoes, that could be be from scene 1 in the bathroom, the young woman that was trying to say like, hey, you a grown man, why you coming in here? That could be scene 2 in the hallway, the young woman that was, her dress was being addressed, that's redundant, her attire was being addressed, or that could be from the last scene, from the young woman that wanted to sign up and had 2.5 activities to choose from. So those are the scenes. I want you to take a minute, and again, you can share it with someone next to you or whatnot. If you were in the protagonist, if you were in the protagonist's shoes from any of those scenes, what might you try to get what you need? What might you try to get what you need? If you were in the protagonist's shoes, the people that I listed, what might you try to get what you need? And go ahead and feel free to chat with the people around you. We will give you guys just a couple of minutes.